Do not pass up on the manuals for cars. They're everywhere. They're always at yard sales. And look at this. Look what these go for. $500 this manual sold for. That is insane. And like the photos they took, look at that. You can barely see the writing. It's wrinkly and it's still sold for $500. Don't be sleeping on manuals. This is an airplane manual of how to operate some aircraft. It is actually pretty cool. It has its own little like log sink in it. You can see that it is vintage. It's old. You got logs right there. But even these go for a lot of money. A lot of times we see this and we're like, oh, that's old. It's probably messed up. And we just continue on. We don't even open up the binder and look. But what this goes for, mind-blowing. Look at that. That sold for $499. I have not sold a lot of things on eBay for $500. Let's be real. That is crazy. And next right here, everybody's got kids that are in school. And so people are buying these books right here to teach math, English, and they are very expensive. I know my kids have a bunch of books like this, but I always pass by them at yard sales. But now seeing this and what they have sold for, look at this price. Boom, $300 for some books that are teaching 3rd grade math. $300. Crazy. You have to pick those up. And then getting into the next item, I do have a few of these right here, but old vintage typewriters. These right here, a lot of sellers who are people who sell online pass by because shipping is hard, or it might be pricey because they're bulky, they're real heavy. But do not pass up on these. Check the sold comps whenever you're out sourcing and you see these. Look up the sold comps, the brands of these, because the value of these, oh my goodness. Look what this sold for right here. $4,738. I've never sold something for that much on eBay. And I have seen these things multiple times. A lot of times I've even been bad about just passing them up. I didn't pick them up because they're bulky. Look at that. These things don't even have to work. Say you buy this right here and you only get half the value for it because it don't work. You're still making thousands of dollars on these. And we see these things every single weekend almost when we go yard selling in the flea markets. I mean, look what this right here sold for on eBay, and it has multiple bidders. Look, $3,799. That is a life-changing sale for this one item. And we are passing these up. So be on the lookout for these typewriters. Look them up on eBay. Cameras, vintage cameras. I have a few of these sitting in my office right now that I do pick up. I was pretty aware of the price for some of these things, but look at this one. It's worn. The leather strap's kind of worn on it, and a lot of times we'll pass up when we see this stuff right here too because we don't know if it works or not. It might feel kind of light and you're like, oh, there's no value there, but look at that. $4,250 for a vintage camera that's been used for years and years and years. Jeez. Like right here, you can see on the edge where the paint's coming off of this vintage camera. But look, right there it is. There's a close-up of it. But this camera right here, the value, and you can find these in the bins that people are usually just putting to the side trying to get $5 for. But look at that, $2,905, multiple bidders. Pay attention to these cameras. I picked up a lot of like 5 of them the other day. The bigger cameras, again, a lot of sellers try to stay away from the bulkier items because of shipping costs. But don't be scared to ship these items because the money that it brings in, it is worth trying to figure out how to ship it, the most cost efficient way. Because look at how much this went for. $2,800 for a camera, a vintage camera. Look for those. Board games. Every single yard sale you go to, it's rare to not see a board game. I know I'm bad for just passing up on board games because I haven't wanted to take the time to see if all the pieces and stuff were there. But after looking what some of these board games go for, best believe I'm going to be checking the pieces, because look, $1,349 for a board game. Wow. Definitely do your research. Look at these up when you're out there sourcing, because I see games like this right here, Heroes Quest, Wizard of Morcar. Who would have thought that this is one of the highest selling things on eBay? I never would have thought that. This right here, they got it laid out. It looks like it has all the pieces, maybe not. But what this sold for is crazy. $549.99. That's $550 for one item. One item, a board game that we're passing up. We gotta stop passing them up. Here's a haunted house board game, and to take note, anything really having to deal with like horror, haunted houses, usually pick it up because it has value. Just like this right here. This is missing pieces. Look, there's like a hole in the box itself. They're taking a little photo to show you that there's missing pieces, there's a hole. But look at that, $429.99 that this game sold for, even with missing pieces. Coca-Cola products, I have seen many of these. Like, look at this. This is just a regular, just Coca-Cola box. Got the bottle opener on the side. It's vintage. Yes, it's old. And look what this goes for. $1,275. That is what it sold for in the condition that it is. They just took a couple of photos and they sold it for $1,275. Crazy. This old Coca-Cola sign right here, it's just laid out on some random, looks like top of a trash can almost. And the back of it is weathered, it's scratched. But the value that this brings right here, man, $750. And they only took 2 photos. I didn't even see the sizes. Don't pass these up. These Coca-Cola, the little carriers, it almost looks like the milk cart carriers. I have seen these and I wish I would have picked them up. I didn't think much about them. But now my radar is going to be on, because when I see those, I will definitely be picking them up. So pay attention, because look what they sell for. $194.99. I have seen multiple of these. I even seen some of these last weekend. So yes, I will be picking these up. So pay attention to this stuff, guys. Pay attention, build your knowledge, and be on the lookout for all this unique items that no one else is looking for. Yeah, so I got a few things down here that I can show you that I also have picked up myself. You got this old school printer right here that goes for really good money. I just know a lot of people have trouble trying to ship larger items like this right here, so they'll like pass on picking this up. But this goes for good money. It works. It's really cool. This is one of the pieces that I have in here. You got these like old vintage masks. A lot of people don't know nothing about. I didn't until I started looking up the comps for it. And this right here goes for about $80. I paid $5 for it. You got some old cameras right here that I just showed you guys, but look, I have found some myself. Look, this is really cool, really neat. It's unique and people pass on it. Got another one right here. People collect these things. They're easy to sell. It's got the manual for it, got a little case. Just a few items there. And then something I'm starting to get into a little bit now is like vintage postcards. I picked these up. There's probably, I don't know, 50 to 100 right here. Just postcards from all over the world. So with that being said, just try to expand your knowledge on the stuff you're looking for. so you can find more, make more money, and that way your time's better spent when you're outsourcing, because there's so much. There's no reason to just be hung up on just getting video games. I mean, don't get me wrong, video games, they make a lot of money. They do. But competition is high when it comes to trying to find this stuff. Your DVDs, shoes, everybody's looking for that. But what people aren't looking for is usually stuff like down here and then what I just showed you on the video. So keep learning, build that knowledge, find better stuff, and yeah, if you like today's video, please subscribe, hit that thumbs up because it really helps, and until next time, stay awesome.